What's up you guys, the Dorcas Knight here, back at it again with another figure review, and this time on the DC Comics Multiverse Justice League Cyborg action figure. Come together. Taking a look at the packaging that this figure comes in, it's pretty similar to all the DC Comics Multiverse packaging for all the other figures. It's got a picture of Cyborg over here. It says Justice League Cyborg, connect Steppenwolf, has a window box with a JL in the background, has the warnings over here, another photo of Cyborg, there's a Cyborg there, and then has the exact same description as all the other figures have on the packaging. So if you want, you can pause it, and if you want to hear me talk about it, then you can click onto one of the other videos. Here are all the figures instead of the way. We got Superman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman, and I now do have all these figures, so I will not be taking a look at his Build-A-Figure piece as I will be in his review, Steppenwolf's review. But as we can see, he's number 5 over here, which means that he would have the arm and the axe. So we'll take a look at that in his review coming up at some point soon. Not exactly sure when. We got some more descriptions over here about the Build-A-Figure, some copyright stuff, DC Comics Multiverse, Justice League Cyborg again, Justice League over here, window box continues as DC Comics Multiverse, and on the bottom, nothing too important, and on top says DC Comics Multiverse. So that's it with the pack. So here's Cyborg outside of the packaging, and first thoughts on this figure, I think that I was kind of let down when I opened it up. But after taking a look at it, seeing how it looks with the rest of the league, it actually has to be one of my favorite figures in this wave. And the reason for that is just all the paint apps in here, and all, like, he just stands out when he's standing next to all the other characters. Like, for example, Batman, he's just gray and black. Yet this guy, he's got the red in there. If you would pick up, he's got the red in there. He's got the blue just above, or just on his forehead. He's got the silver around. He's got the little effect of the red bleeding out. It just looks amazing. Anyway, looking at the head sculpt over here, seems pretty accurate. Well, accurate enough, that is. Yeah, it does look pretty similar to the actor. I believe his name is Ray Fisher. He did a amazing performance as Cyborg in the movie. It really made me like this character a lot more than I did before. I think that he will start the hype for the Cyborg character, as I know not many people are too familiar with him, unless if they're fans of the Teen Titans show or whatever, or Teen Titans characters, team instead of Justice League. Its accuracy is pretty good compared to the actor, but yeah, has the robotic going around in there. And one thing to note is that at the end, and spoilers once again, or spoilers for the first time, I still got to do my review for the movie, he does switch out his costume at the end. So we will not be seeing his costume in future cinematic movies. It's going to be more of the comic book looking one. But anyway, back here we got some more of the red going along. It kind of stops to here. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go all the way out to here, but I could be wrong. But yeah, just the detail on this thing looks amazing. It's kind of like what I said with the Tactical Batman. It's not so much one of my favorite characters or suits. It's just like the look of the character is just very appealing. But yeah, as I said over here, it has a little bit of a red wash, or not wash, like spray paint in a way. You can kind of see like all the little specks of red dots. Kind of gives off that effect of the red glowing through the chest, which I really do like. He's got some. He's got all the aluminum look in him too, which is pretty good. There's the shoulders over there. He's got the tubes going on again. There's the arm. He does have those fists in there. Really do like these hands. And yeah, the other side's the exact same thing. One thing I have noticed, this hand is a little bit too loose because of when you take out his accessory. And yeah, I forgot to mention this thing. This is only accessory other than the Steppenwolf Collection Connect piece, but this is his blaster, which looks pretty damn cool. I'm really happy that they added this with the figure. It's, yeah. And as you can see, it says R1 over here, which means that it goes on the right side, which is right over here. So you just take this thing off. And what I said from before, this arm does get a little bit loose from pulling the hand on and off. So it's kind of bothersome, but you can learn how to deal with it. You just got to be careful. And yeah, so that looks pretty good. It doesn't really match up as well, but it's pretty sick to have with this figure over here. Because as you know, Cyborg, he's the weapons type guy, the computers type guy who can shapeshift his hands into everything, anything, not everything. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I like that a lot. Going down to the waist and to the legs, the aluminum effect continues into the legs, and I really like that. The paint apps is just phenomenal on this. And yeah, has some very good, there's the toes over there, looks very nice. Very happy with this figure. Yep, especially with how much I liked Cyborg in that movie. Yeah, this figure is a must get for me. And yeah, once again, as I said, probably one of my favorite figures inside this wave. But articulation, once again, as I've said in all the other videos, is really weak on this figure. So I wish Mattel would start changing this. But anyway, his head can move up, not that much, and it's kind of bothersome because we see him flying in the movie, yet like he can't even look up. So how is he supposed to fly? Like when he's grabbing Aquaman like that, he can't even look straight. He can only look down. So I wish that they would kind of change that. It can move side to side. There's a bit of pivot in there too, so decent, but should be more. His arms can move out about that much. You can rotate forward and back. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, or single jointed elbow. Wrist swivel, and it's the exact same thing over here. Or not wrist swivel. It's a bit of like a mid arm swivel. So it's the exact same thing over here. No articulation in the wrist whatsoever. Does have a waist swivel. No ab crunch. No ab crunch. No ab crunch. What the heck? This is a new figure. He should have updated articulation. Come on, Mattel. In the back over here, he can kick forward that much, which is pretty decent too. He can not really kick back because of how his ass is shaped. And oh, one thing too. Look at that ass. Look at that Cyborg ass right there. You see how it just... And that's pretty funny. He's supposed to be a robot. Come on, man. He's not going to have an ass that goes out that long. Come on. And I think that one of the problems over here with the head is that the neck is kind of too far back. So like when you try to pull his head up, this is kind of blocking over here. But anyway, we've already looked at the head, so let's just go into this. He can split. He can do the leg splits, which is about that much. And he can stand on it. Let's see if he can stand without falling. Whoa. 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 Yeah, it's kind of difficult to do. You gotta kind of balance him out. And there we go. There's him in his YS stance, which is pretty damn awesome. Just a little bad part over here is the gaping crotch pits, which isn't too pleasing. But he does have the leg swivel, has a single jointed knee, and his feet can move up and down, and no ankle pivot. Mattel really needs to fix their articulation with these figures. First comparison over here, we got the Cyborg, the DC Comics Multiverse Cyborg, beside the Walmart exclusive Armored Cyborg. And after watching this movie, I've come to the realization that this guy is inside the movie. And I will talk about my feelings on that in my review, which hopefully will be coming up soon. But if we're taking a look at the differences between these guys, you can see that this guy's a lot more bulkier than this one over here. You can see that like his chest is a little bit more outward than this guy. He does have the same paint apps in the chest and all that. He has the little shoulder pads over here, whereas in this one it doesn't. It has some more armored pieces in there. On the back, sorry, that was kind of a loud bang. But on the back, they're kind of missing the paint apps over here. Yeah, you can see it's a little bit more armored up. And as you can see, they don't really have the ass problem over here like they do on this. Like, look, he looks like I'm not even going to be amused by that anymore. But yeah, I think that the legs are the exact same thing. I don't think there's any differences with the feet. So yeah, they pretty much just changed the waist and up. But yeah, if you're wondering if you could take this handgun off and give it to the other figure over here, you can't. So you can pull this out over here and then put his handgun in there like that. And actually, on this figure, it actually matches up a lot better than it does on the actual Cyborg figure that this thing comes with. So that's kind of surprising, to be honest. So I think I would prefer to have it on this figure a little bit more. Maybe have him carrying the mother box or something like that. But yeah, here's the Justice League Cyborg compared to the DC Icons Cyborg. Here's Cyborg compared to the rest of the figures in this wave, except for two. So there you go, guys. A figure review on the DC Comics Multiverse Justice League Cyborg action figure. Pretty good looking figure, man. It's probably going to be my favorite figure in this wave. We will see once all the reviews come out.